AI will probably not have the effect on the world that you expect. If you want to have success as an artist in today's world, you're going to have to contend with AI. I spent this week researching the techniques behind the AI boom, and I found out that we can actually learn a lot from it about which direction we should take our art to maintain the viability of our vocations. So in this video and in next week's video, I want to give you guys all the details about exactly what to do. So stay tuned for next week's video too. Believe it or not, now I feel like this AI boom can be an amazing thing for art as a whole because of the direction it's going to push us in the future. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, neural network based image generation has been around for a while. They could do some stuff back then, but they never sparked the movements and the worry that they now have. But recently, a new technique has arrived called diffusion denoising probabilistic models. And don't worry, I'm not going to give you all the details and bore you with technical stuff. One cannot possibly be an expert in every field. You have limited time to learn what really matters about AI, and it's what I'm going to deliver to you here. So we humans can get pretty good at technical prowess if we force ourselves. We go against our natural inclination to be bored by repetitive tasks, and we manage to learn all the intricacies of detail, and then we spend months on a single piece that'll blow people's minds. And people wonder, did a human being really make this? And up until now, this question was rhetorical, right? But from now on, it's going to be a genuine question. And here's why. AI art models can make art more realistic than most artists right now. And they can iteratively augment the resolution, which means that eventually you're going to be able to generate AI images and print them on a 10 feet by 10 feet frame where even when you're standing up close to it, you can't see any lack of details because it's going to be so detailed, because it's able to increase the resolution incrementally. And I'll give you a showcase of how these super resolution techniques have improved over the years. And as you can see, progress has not been getting any slower, and it's probably not getting any slower in the future. Now, consider the parallel story of the vinyl record in the age of digital music. Just when the world thought digital formats would render vinyl obsolete, there emerged a profound resurgence in its popularity. This wasn't just nostalgia, it was a collective assertion of value beyond the convenience of digital files. Vinyl records, with their warm sound, tactile interaction, and visual artistry, offered something irreplicably human, a connection to the artist and to the art that digital files could not match. Just a vinyl found its place in a digital world, so too can photorealistic art made by human hands find its unique value in the age of AI. So let's get back to this formerly rhetorical question for a moment. Photorealistic art was impressive because it showcased the incredible effort of a human being, not because of anything in the picture itself. So although it may become a little less popular after AI art is established in the culture, a photorealistic piece, a physical object crafted by a talented human being, is always going to retain some value. But still, we're facing tremendous competition, and it makes our lives harder as artists. In the 20th century, photography came in and started making more realistic art than any painting. Then, computer graphics arrived and started making more physically accurate art than any artist ever could with paint or any kind of traditional medium. Now AI art is coming, and it's probably going to do the same, take a chunk of the cake away from us. And it's worth mentioning that these so-called diffusion models that are behind the recent AI boom, they work by iteratively removing imperfections from a noised image. But this is actually the core mechanism behind the image generation thing. It's not just for super resolution, it's not just for increasing resolution, it's actually how these models generate images is by removing imperfections after imperfections after imperfections, and eventually getting to a point where there's no imperfections left in the image. And because of this, they already kind of do, but will in the future create art that is more visually flawless than any human artist could. And this includes art that is not realistic, it just has to be flawless visually. AI is going to be better at this than us. And it seems like with every technological innovation, the spot for us traditional artists keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller. But maybe, just maybe, it's because we've been going in the wrong direction all along. Maybe we should just go back once more to the question that a certain form of impressive art makes people ask. Art that is impressive because it does not look like it was made by a human might just end up looking like it was made by AI. And in fact, the reason why the work leading up to a polished art piece is considered mechanical, painful, and grueling is because we as humans did not evolve to sit in a room for 2 months concentrating on a single thing. We are not machines, so it's hard for us to do this. But now that machines can do it, it might be worth considering going the opposite direction. Do not strive for perfection. Do not engage with the machine in a competition of who can do the best mechanical work. If you're bored, if you want to go outside, go ahead. Don't lock yourself indoor doing mechanical work anymore. Walk around, take in all the sounds, the conversations, the smells, the atmospheres. Feel something strongly deep within, and then come back inside and put your brush to work. That's something that comes effortlessly and is even pleasurable to us humans. But these diffusion models, these AI models, are unable to do it. But here's the catch for artists in the AI era. How do we cling to our originality when AI mimics every stroke, every style, right down to the finest detail? Picture this: a world filled with AI crafted masterpieces, impossible to distinguish from the classics and the avant garde alike. So, what's an artist to do when originality just seems a click away from any AI? Anyone who does not have training, does not have skills, can just generate something original. The real puzzle is finding a vein of creativity that no algorithm can replicate. And the question is, can we do this as artists? In order to find this out, we're going to have to get back to the diffuser models, the technical innovation behind the recent AI art boom that this video is about. So in neural networks, which is the most recent, most powerful form of AI, you train an AI to be the best possible at a task that you've specified. There's a lot of mathematics and engineering behind this, but that's the main point. You train these AIs to perform the best possible at a given task. These models have no idea how to do anything outside of this task that they are trained for. And if we know what task these models are specialized on, we can draw insights on how we can create things that it cannot create. And what is the task of these recent AI art models? It's the same for all of them. Produce an image that is as probable as possible in the training dataset. So, do you know what this means? This means that during its training, anytime the model tried something new, the objective, the function, the task function was like, hey, you, the AI model, you just generated something that doesn't look like the training data. Don't do it again. Okay? And so the models, by constructions, through the way they're trained, are scared of originality. They are unable to create anything new. And that's where point 3 comes in. Whenever you introduce your new concept in your art, or you use a new medium, or you use a new cross-hatching pattern, or you use a new material to paint upon, or you do away with some tradition, anytime you see something that the AI has never seen before, you're making something that it's not able to do unless then some people come back and train the AI on your art. But if your art is new, then the existing AI cannot create it. You cannot prompt engineer your way into creating art that was not in the datasets of the AI. And that is because of the training objective of the AI. It's trained to make images that belong in the training dataset. Okay, so now that these models exist that replicates any work that they've ever seen and any style they've seen, you are no longer bound by restrictions on your freedom of expression. If anyone compares you to the old masters and gives you a lecture on the principles of art, you can simply remind yourself that these principles, having been used for hundreds of years, are known to the AI, and the AI can use them, replicate them, and if you make art based on these principles, you're just making art that AI can replicate. And you would be undermining your artistic success if you followed these principles. So, here are the insights to recap that I really think will help us artists in the future as we coexist with AI. Number one, the AI is insane at photorealism by construction, and it's not going to stop improving, but more importantly, it's not necessarily going to completely take out of business photorealistic artists because of reasons we've mentioned. Number two, it's much better than us at mechanical technique. So we must play on our human side and not try to beat the AI in its own game. And number three, it's scared of novelty because of its training task. And so the way to surpass the AI is to do stuff that's new, do new things, do away with the traditions of the past. And that will allow us to create things that the AI could not create. All right, so I think that was good progress on our journey to find direction. But in the future, honestly, I'd like to get more and more specific as to what we can actually do. Are there exercises? Are there tricks? Are there blunders we can avoid in our attempt to position ourselves in the world of AI art as traditional artists? And so, our purpose on this channel is altogether to develop this art post AI approach and share it with everybody. So, if you want to partake in the journey, let me know what you think in the comments and subscribe if you want in on all the new insights. See you next time.